Gunfire is going off. People are screaming, and now that trip to the park, school, or your workplace has landed you right in the middle of a mass shooting. In this video, I'm covering 3 things you must know that could save your life in a scenario like this. And a quick reminder, we have a gun giveaway going on right now. You can enter for free, but it ends really soon. Just click the link in the description below to reveal which brand new gun you could win. Hi, I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. If you're new to this channel, we help responsibly armed Americans like you get educated, trained, and insured. Now for some background information on this topic. In November of 2016, an alert was sent out to all Ohio State students and staff by text and social media alerts warning them of a possible active shooter on campus and warning them to run, hide, or fight. The problem was most didn't know what exactly that meant, since no training was provided prior to that announcement. Now let's break down what this run, hide, fight instruction actually means and why it could save your life. Run. First of all, if you have the ability and the opportunity, your first choice of action in an active shooter event should be to get out of the kill zone. Get away from the shooting as quickly as you can. Keep moving until you've reached a safe location. Look for cover, move from good cover to good cover, and make sure your number one goal is to put as much distance between yourself and the shooter as possible. Your top priority is your own personal safety. That means leaving all your personal belongings behind and possibly leaving others behind if they're too afraid, unable, or unwilling to leave the area. Yes, it sounds horrible to leave people behind, but you run the risk of losing your life if you don't. If the shooter is in the immediate area, escaping may still be an option, but you must kick your escape plan into action by running in the opposite direction, moving laterally or diagonally away from the shooter, which moves you off of his line of attack. Moving like this can cause extreme difficulty for someone aiming at you and gives greater odds that you will escape. Remember, commit to the movement. Once you decide to move, move to cover. If you are 10 feet from a shooter, simply doubling that distance between you and the shooter makes you 4 times more difficult to hit. If you triple the distance, you will be 9 times more difficult to hit. Increasing the distance to 100 feet, which the average person can cover in about 10 seconds, and you become 100 times harder to hit. You need to move and you need to commit to that movement. But as simple as running away sounds, having an escape plan actually requires that you first have a plan. And this is as simple as knowing where the exits are in any room that you enter and knowing where the building exits are. If you're outside, this really shouldn't be an issue, except that you need to know where the cover is. Cover is anything that stops bullets. If you're in a large venue like a concert or an enclosed space such as that, you might have to look for exterior windows, doors, or any other way that you can get something between you and the shooter. Space, cover, concealment, you name it, you have to put distance between yourself and the shooter. Keep moving until you've reached a place where you feel safe or you encounter law enforcement and they direct you into where to go. Second step is hiding. Now, if the shooter has not yet seen you, but there is no practical escape route from this building or where you are, you may choose to hide in a safe location, if there is one available and it meets the definition of good concealment and cover. Concealment is anything that hides you from a threat, like a closed door, a wall, or anything that you can duck behind so the shooter can't see you. Cover are things like concrete pillars, concrete walls, or anything that will stop an incoming round. Concealment can keep you safe, but if the shooter approaches your area, you may be very easy to detect, especially if you're breathing heavily or others are making noise. Cover is a far superior choice since it can protect you from the incoming bullets, but still, by hiding, you're staying still and giving that shooter an opportunity to find you. If hiding is all that you have, you might need to do it, but it's not the best option. If you have the choice of hiding in a room on the interior of a building or the exterior of a building, choose one on the exterior. You may have an opportunity to break a window and escape from that room if the shooter goes in a different direction. Or rescuers are arriving on the scene, they may be able to open that access for you. Once you enter the room, immediately lock the door behind you and move out of the line of sight. Move away from any windows, move away from the door, and do what you can to make sure the shooter doesn't know you're there. Your goal is to hide as best you can and being seen by the shooter or anyone else could compromise your safety. If the room you enter does not have a lock, quickly barricade the door with heavy furniture. Don't be shy about this. If there are tables, chairs, desks in the room, quickly move as much as possible to block that doorway. And I know this may sound like a simple one, but please turn off the lights. You don't want anyone to know you're in the room. Remain silent. Remember that on average, you only have 5 to 9 minutes to wait until the shooting has ended. If you can keep hidden and quiet during that time, you may end up saving your own life. Find an improvised weapon in that room or that place where you're hiding. And if you have it ready in case the shooter forces your way in, remember that you need then to fight the shooter with everything you have. And that brings us to the third point, fighting. If it's too late to run, if there's no place to hide, and if escape is not possible, you have a single choice. You must commit to aggressive action to stop the shooter using whatever means necessary. That may mean using improvised weapons, but a much better option is using your defensive firearm. That's why we encourage you to carry one every day. The Department of Homeland Security says that once you decide to fight, you must commit to your actions until the shooter is overwhelmed and either disabled or dead. While the chances of a single defender overwhelming an attacker with an improvised weapon might seem low, if multiple defenders counterattack as a team, the likelihood of success will be dramatically increased. Now, if you do have a gun on you, it won't guarantee survival, but not having one only increases the odds that you'll end up dead. Folks, most active shooter situations can be stopped or mitigated with violent action taken against the active shooter. Typically, when an active shooter faces any resistance, they stop what they're doing and they have to focus on that resistance. This stops the indiscriminate killing and typically stops the active shooter event. There are countless cases of this happening, and this just stresses the point that you should be carrying your defensive firearm every day and be ready to run, hide, or fight. Now, we understand this, that you may not want to run and you may not want to hide. But if those are the two elements that can keep you alive, you need to do that. Your goal is to get out of there alive. If you have other people to protect, your family members or other people that you love and care about, then you might want to decide to protect them. But again, your goal is to get out of there alive. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. And I'll remind you again that we have this gun giveaway going on and it ends soon. All you have to do is click on the link below and reveal which brand new gun you could win. I'm Kevin Michalowski, Director of Content for the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. If you enjoy videos like this, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell. We'll let you know every time something new comes out. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.